there! Welcome to my home. Well, I reached in the cupboard for something to feed you, and I hoped that these words were enough to keep you, but the moon is so high and the stars are so bright, you could be the one that I needed. The formula for writing my songs can differ from song to song. Depending on when inspiration strikes, I drive and travel in a car a lot as a touring musician, so sometimes I get a melody line in my head in the car where I don't have the means to write it down or put instrumentation to it right away. So sometimes I'm writing melody lines before I'm combining them with music on an instrument. And then sometimes I start picking something and say, hey, that sounds pretty cool. What if I do this next? What if I do that next? And then after playing it a series of hundreds of times, melody lines will eventually come. And whether or not I had a motive in mind, a song I wished to write, sometimes they start as one thing and end as another. So unfortunately for young songwriters out there who are looking for advice and inspiration, my only words of wisdom are, just try something, kiddo. I think in song lyrics, so I'm not only kind of thinking poetry, but I'm thinking in bursts of melody as well, or if I get a line in my head that I like, I'll eventually sing it, which I think some psychiatrists would say makes me a crazy person. But they come to me, and the music of instruments helps me, but a lot of the times it's just what comes out of me. And I actually think choruses are the hardest thing for me to write, so it's a good thing to know that some of them get stuck in people's heads and they're considered hooks because they're hard for me. They're the challenge, because I'm good at writing the words. I'm a very wordy person and I've got plenty to say and I like to use words. But when it comes to kind of the simplicity and importance of a good hooky chorus, that's something I struggle with. So I am currently working on an exciting new project. I've been asked to write the score for a documentary film about an artist named Edith Lake Wilkinson, who was born in the late 1800s and studied art in Provincetown, Massachusetts, and was eventually mysteriously turned over to an insane asylum, and all of her belongings were kind of packed in a trunk. And she was never heard from again until her family years later uncovered these paintings and incredible drawings and sketchbooks. And so the film is documenting her story and her family's journey to kind of answer these questions they have about her and her life. My job is to write amazing music to go along with this amazing story, which is a very intimidating thing for me because I have not yet written music for a film. But I trust that it's the right project for me, so I'm trying to use my perspective as kind of this inward songwriter and mix it with more of instrumentation, so telling a story through music more so than lyrics, which is going to be hard for me because I'm very much a lyricist before I'm an instrumentalist. But it's a good challenge to try and emote through music and melody, and taking any melody I might be singing in my voice and singing it with an instrument instead, or doing hums and oohs instead of lots of words. And the things I'm doing to get in touch with the project, I'm actually writing Edith Lake Wilkinson letters as kind of like my mentor in the sky, like, where are you, how do you feel, these are the things I'm going through in my life. How do these things I'm going through relate to anything you went through? And so I'm just trying to think about her a lot, which as a songwriter, I think when you go to write a song, you're thinking about a subject or you're thinking about a person or an experience. So I'm just thinking of her as this big thing and all of the different facets of like her relationship with her lover Fanny, the doctor who diagnosed her with, you know, depression and schizophrenia or whatever. I'm not even sure what she was diagnosed with. And then the lawyer who handled her family inheritance, who, you know, was kind of a scumbag, and I don't know. So taking all of these characters and thinking about how they connect and don't connect and how I connect and don't connect, it's kind of a big undertaking. I came across YouTube as an accident. I saw there were other musicians posting videos of them performing their songs, and I said, hey, I have songs, I should do this. This isn't that scary. It's just me and the camera in a room. I can handle that. And so I put some up, not expecting anything to happen or to link it to my family and friends saying, hey, look at this. And eventually it caught on, where I was getting, you know, in a period of time, thousands of views in a long period of time. And then I magically got featured on YouTube's homepage, which kind of amped my views and subscriptions and CD sales and everything all in a whirlwind. I was featured on the homepage, and since that day, it's just kind of been this fertile soil where I can promote new songs, new albums. I can share ideas I have, you know, just recording fun cover songs. And I can tell people about my tours and my news. And it's worked for me really well because YouTube is a platform where you can kind of do whatever you want, and the wackier the better in a way. So I do lots of crazy skits in front of my videos and really add my personality into it. With Jim DeVille, I know you have a big personality, so I think it could be a good place for you. Because for me, it's really just about being myself, and that's easy. I mean, sometimes it's easy to organize it and like make yourself sit down and make a video when you're a crazy creative person. It's hard to harness that, but YouTube has been good. It's a lot of luck. It's a lot of luck. But it's also been a lot of hard work, and so I'm just lucky to have that and be able, and it's a free, essentially free place to upload things, and I mean, you're not getting much back in return from, you know, the site itself, but it's great exposure, and I guess YouTube has been the best publicist I've ever had. I can tell Regina in Staten Island to hang up the phone because YouTube's doing all the work.
And action!
All right, bye. Thanks for stopping. Okay. Get the hell out of here.